Surprised with how dominant the defensive line was?
I mean, surprised? No. I don't know. I always know that's critical. Pleased. I didn't think we're going to tee off on these guys. You never. It's just not my nature to think. I think we should, but I don't just assume that it's going to happen. So that's critical for us to have the kind of success we did. You saw later where they were able to run the ball. And we were very inconsistent in our fits there in the fourth quarter. That's all part of the game, and that was kind of the message at halftime. If you allow them to run the ball and create balance in what they're doing, they're going to have you on your heels all day. That's always the key in this game, and it was today. Even though they're a spread team, they all their spread games set up off the run game. So really pleased with that group of guys we've got. I don't know, maybe 6 guys in there, 7 guys that were a real major part of that during that first couple quarters.
How important was it to have turnovers?
I think that was they're a good team and they're going to win a bunch of games, and I think there's momentum in games, and when you're on the right side of it, things can you can get a little bit more comfortable and maybe take people out of their game plan a little bit, and so we were fortunate enough to capitalize on those turnovers and change the field and keep them pinned and not really let them get anything going. It can be demoralizing to an opponent, and again, but it starts to shrink the playbook a little bit too.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
For the later rivals, it looked like a pretty dominating performance by your group.
Again, I felt real good about the first about 3 quarters, close to that, and that first group of guys with a few subs in, I thought they were really ready to play. And they came out and super physical, set the tone early, dominated the line of scrimmage, good tight coverage, and good discipline in our fits and some of the option responsibilities and some of their play actions. Did a great job. That play action where J-Ron picks him off, that's a very well designed play, something that we worked on out of a different personnel group, but we said they're going to do it, and it might change the delivery, being different people doing it, but we're going to see it, and sure enough, we saw it, and we were all over it, executed beautifully by those guys. I just love the discipline. I love being physical. I love the discipline. You can go a long way. We need to develop depth though, and the best players and the best units, the best teams, they get better as the year goes on. Doesn't mean you don't ever stub your toe, but you learn from your mistakes. You learn how people are going to try to attack you, and our twos, all of them, maybe even a 3 here or there, they're going to have to play and continue to develop and get better. And so that'll be some real good, useful tape for some guys to learn and keep getting better. And you can't just count on them staying healthy to play at a high level. You have to build and improve through your depth as well.
We talked in the wide receiver room about, we're not going to replace Mike Williams with one player. It's going to be overall production with everybody in that room, and I saw that today, and so I think that's something we can build on as the competition gets more difficult.
Jeff, it didn't look like Ray.
Specifically, Sharon, what does he have to focus on at this point?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for him is it's different over there in the boundary. He's getting different looks. He's going to get more press coverage than he gets being over there to the field. So him and Deshaun really getting on the same page as far as where distance to break off the routes and when to convert routes, when to come back, and all those type of things. That's something that this is the first week that they really spent all week together, and so kind of filling that out. And then same thing today. But I think Sharon set up to have a really good year.
Jeff, Ray was not a big factor, especially in the first half. This time, is it just an issue of a freshman trying to figure things out?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it has to do with how the game's going, how they're playing you. They made a decision that they were going to get their defenders up there a little bit closer to the line and not give us the short throws, and I think that's why we had 3 or 4 plays over 25 yards. You know, so it's either, you know, they're going to give you the short ones, or you're going to have opportunities, and they're going to challenge you to go make the deep plays. And so I wasn't disappointed in Ray Ray. I thought he did some good things while he was in there, and probably most pleased with him in the return game. That was good to see.